gonna get right into it, man. Peace. Let's go.
She represents the suffering of countless enslaved black people. Her large hips turned her into a spectacle, displayed like an animal. Her life was a relentless ordeal of pain and torment. Even in death, her body became a museum exhibit in Paris. Her name was Sarah Baartman. Sarah's unique figure caught the eye of a man named Nick. Nick trafficked her from a South African tribe to Paris. He forced her to perform in theaters citywide. Nick introduced her as a savage from the African jungle. Wild and untamed, the crowd roared with excitement. At their demands, Nick opened her cage. A woman with an extraordinary figure stepped forward. The audience was stunned. At Nick's signal, Sarah performed an awkward, unnatural dance. As spectators gawked, they reached out to touch her hips. Her dignity was trampled in that moment. Sarah's tragic story was only beginning. As her performances multiplied, Sarah became a sensation, a viral star of her time. The circus was invited to perform at the royal palace. Unlike the common crowd, the elite were even more perverse. They groped her, treating her as an exotic curiosity. Her body soon piqued the interest of scientists. A professor paid a fortune to rent Sarah for 3 days. Nick brought her to a lab for scientific study. She was forced to strip before strangers. Her full, striking hips left the scientists in awe. To gather precise data, they measured her with clinical precision. They even used magnifying glasses for close scrutiny. But Sarah refused to let them touch her most private areas. For this, she was expelled from the institute. Her defiance cost Nick a massive profit. In a rage, he sold her to a brothel. Twisted men sought her out for perverse desires. Sarah endured torment from clients and ridicule from her peers. Soon, illness struck, and the brothel cast her out. To survive, she stood on street corners, ravaged by disease. Finally, illness overcame her. At just 26, her painful life ended. Yet her tragedy continued. Her body was sent back to the institute. Scientists, claiming to probe human mysteries, dissected her corpse. They used her to prove African savages existed. Even crueler, they turned her skull into a plaster cast for display. It sat in a Paris museum until 2002, when South Africans fought to bring her home. Her remains were finally returned. This tragic black woman was at last laid to rest.